boys and girls. So we're going to talk about fact families today on our chart. So what I want you to do is on your paper, when we have our three numbers, I want you to circle the whole. There's the whole. It's the biggest number. And then we're going to take and we're going to write the whole where it belongs. So when we add, the whole is always going to be after the equal sign because we're getting bigger. But when we subtract, the whole comes first because we're taking from the whole. So in this case, where 6 is the whole, it's going to come first over here. So then I have two parts, the 4 and the 2. Those are the two parts. And then I'm going to fill them in on the spaces that are left. So I can put 4 here and 4 here because we learned that if we switch the numbers around, then when we add, then the answer still stays the same. And then on the last part, we just do the same pattern, subtracting from the whole. We can put the numbers in the different places like this. And those equations are also true. 6 minus 4 equals 2, and 6 minus 2 equals 4. So let's look over this one again. The next problem, we have 5, 3, and 8. So out of 5, 3, and 8, boys and girls, which number is the biggest number or the whole? Yeah, it's the 8. Good job. So we're going to circle 8 because that's the whole. And when we add, the whole goes on the other side of the equals like this. So please write 8 there. And then on the subtraction problem, the 8 is going to come first because we take away from the whole. Now, I want you to circle the parts, 5 and 3, and we're just going to fill them in with the pattern. When we add, we can add those addends in any order, and it's still the same. The answer is still the same. And then when we subtract, we can put them in the same kind of crisscross pattern, and the answers are going to be equal. So I can put my 8 minus 5 equals 3, and then I just flip those and put 8 minus 3 equals 5. So kind of the hardest part about doing these is finding the correct spot for the whole. So let's do one more together, and then I'm going to have you try the last one on your own. And this one should be pretty good because we've been talking about 10 friends. So out of 3, 7, and 10, which one is the biggest number or the whole? You're right, it's 10. So circle the 10, and then I'm going to put the 10 where it belongs. When we add, the 10 goes at the end. It is the sum. And then when we subtract, the whole comes first because we take away from the whole when we subtract. Okay, so now let's circle the two parts. The two smaller numbers are the 3 and the 7. So I can do 3 here and 3 here, and 7 here and 7 here. And see how they're 10 friends? Even though they're flip-flopped, they still have the same answer. And then I can do the same thing on the subtraction problems. I can go 10 minus 3 is 7, and then I just flip those two numbers and I do 7 minus 3. Or 10 minus 7 equals 3. So I want you to push pause, and I want you to try the last one on your own. And if you don't get it, it's okay because I'm going to show you the answers, and then you can just fix it if you got it wrong. So go ahead and push pause and give it a try. Okay, now that we're back, the whole is 9. Let's see if you got that right. And then we put a 9 here and here. And then we put the 9 here and here. Did you get that part right? Good. And if you didn't, fix it. Now we circled the parts and we put them like 2 and 2 and 7 and 7. So those are flip-flop facts, and they still equal 9. Then on parts below, we do 9 minus 2 is 7, and 9 minus 7 is 2. So good job, boys and girls. If you got your answers all correct or fixed any that were mistakes, give yourself a smiley face. And then I want you to turn it over back. And remember how we talked about a strategy of finding all of the -1 problems first and solving those. So -1, we just go to the number that is before the biggest number when we have a -1. So 7 minus 1, that's a 6. Okay? And 6 minus 1, the number before is a 5. And then 2 minus 1, we've already seen that one. And 3 minus 1, the number before 3 is 2. So keep going and find all of those on your math sheet. And then you can go back and look for the neighbors. And just remember, whenever two neighbors are subtracting, the answer is just going to be 1. So I'm looking for all of the neighbors, and I just make those answers 1. And when you're finished, raise your hand for your teacher to check your paper. Good job.